Well, if you have ever checked the search history of your kid's tablet and found entries you weren't too happy to see your kids looking up, there is a new kid-friendly search engine that promises to all but eliminate the possibility of your child stumbling upon inappropriate content. Joining us now is our tech expert, Nika Allen, to break this down for us. So tell us about this new product, Nika.
So this new product is called Kiddle. It's a kid-safe virtual visual search engine powered by Google, but not owned by Google.
Okay.
And where kids can search for websites, images, news, video, everything that pretty much adults can search for. But it starts to kind of teach them about safe searching, and it's all approved content that your mom would say, hey, this is okay for my kid to look at.
But so how is it exactly designed for the kids? How does it work?
So actually, it's got a safe search that satisfies all family-friendly requirements. So first of all, they have different levels of results. So the first 1 through 3 are actually hand-picked by Kiddle staff, and their website's built for children.
Okay.
So there's no explicit content. They made sure everything is out. And so then also the next 4 through 7 are trusted sites, not necessarily for kids, but also have simple language. So basically, the entire first page of your Kiddle search should be all kid-friendly content. Then the next results after that are famous sites. They're more for adults. It might be harder for kids to understand, but there's still nothing wrong with them. So kids can feel free to look those up as well. Also, there's larger, more readable font for them, and there's also images attached to each of them, so they can learn how to search visually. They're not as quick of readers, things like that. So
it's not even just something that's like a certain website that it's like, okay, well, this is inappropriate, but it's specifically the code is designed for the kids to optimize for kids viewing.
Exactly. It has also optimized for kids viewing. It's much easier for them to read and learn off of. As we're moving our kids through the progression, learning all this technology, we think it's hard for us. It's also hard for kids.
Sure.
They're super smart and they get things quicker than us, I think. But, doing things like the bigger font and all the visuals really helps.
That's great. All right, so let's say the kids are testing the boundaries. They type something in that's a little inappropriate. What happens?
So it depends what they type in. If it's, a bad word, it usually has a little robot that comes up and says, oops, try again, you can see. And so it won't let you type something like that. However, there actually was some controversy recently because Kiddle was taking out words that people felt they were appropriate words and things that kids should be able to learn about. But sometimes search engines, it happen to pull up inappropriate content as well. So now they've really rethought that process as well. So LGBT as an example, nothing wrong with that at all. Sometimes Google, may bring up inappropriate content related to that, but they want to expose kids to the proper way of learning about those things too. So now they've rethought that process and actually found, a better way to present people with that information, kids with that information as well.
So obviously, there's probably going to be a growing, some growing pains through it, and there's going to be a learning curve for it. But do you think that we're going to start seeing more kid-friendly tech as we move along and as technology grows?
I feel like that's only natural. There's so much for adults now, and of course I think that's where a lot of things are created with adults in mind. But for companies to grow, this is another incredible market. It's a natural market, and it's something that they could charge more for.
Sure.
Making things specifically for children, that's a whole new realm. And I think we're going to see a lot more of it. Products all started out as adults, but hey, I want my child to be able to use Spotify, or hi, I want my, there's so many things that I could think I want my child to use, but I want a kid-friendly, safer version of it as well for them to use.
Annalise and I use Spotify all the time, and there's definitely things that'll come up, and I'm like, nope, you're not listening to that, honey.
Next song. So, but I think we're just going to start to see more and more of that, whether it's hardware, software, all kinds of things. And so I'm excited to see people start thinking for kids when they're not really kid people maybe. So
I am
engineers
as well.
thinking like that.
All right, Nika, thank you so much for bringing this in. Again, guys, if you want more information on Kiddle and how you can use it with your kiddos to keep their browsing safe, head over to casa.com.